From the mountains to the river flow, stories only locals know. Living local in the Hudson Valley. This is the HVP!
Got that white noise in the background.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's
That's
very
good.
soothing.
It's all right. Like I said, it'll get compressed out, so I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
Right? All the Harleys get
Yeah, I was gonna
washed
say,
out
you
all
don't
with.
hear any motorcycles driving by the shop in Middletown.
That's what he was saying. That's
It's
crazy.
pretty incredible, yeah.
All the motorcycles and all the Spanish music.
The fact that he's like this whole setup fits in a box,
Crazy.
you know, it's pretty cool. Like,
You guys done any on the road?
no, this is the first one.
Well, I mean, technically, they're all on the road
Yeah.
because we set it up every week.
Yeah,
You know.
we don't keep it. There's no permanent setup. It's literally a folding table in the barber shop with
Two folding tables now.
two folding tables. Yeah, we've upgraded, but that's the best part about this. This table is probably the easiest to set up on
Yes.
that we used. So
I was
far.
so psyched when we got here and I got to put these on. As soon as I laid down the clamp, I was like, we're in business.
Yeah, because the folding tables are
Yeah, they're big.
they're folding tables. So they're not always as predictable as you'd like them to be.
It's so nice being out here in the country, though, that I got to tell you.
Yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I love it out here.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
That's the clap. That means we started.
Yeah, it means we started.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's how we sync up the video when they're eventually up.
yeah, sometime in the future.
Well, you know what it is? I'm having issues with this computer. I'm probably going to have to go to Best Buy tonight and buy a new one. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I tried for hours this week to get the Bubba one done before we got out here, but unfortunately,
Listen, God has other plans, right?
yeah, this one's like 15 years old, so I can't be mad. I think it was the last update. I got one more thing to try when I get home, and then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look. Prime Day's coming. So,
Prime Day's tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look for.
Get some streaming cameras.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. All right. Joining us today on the podcast, we're out at Echo Fields. You've heard us talk about it so many times. And joining us here is a guy who made Echo Fields possible, Mr. Todd Lyons. Mr. Todd, how are you today?
Awesome. Happy to be here with you guys.
Just try to get as close to that mic as you possibly can.
Got you.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you have to definitely. It's awkward. You have to like
Yeah.
invade your personal space and like.
Yeah, I'm slightly uncomfortable. Right now.
yeah.
Well, at least the cover's on it, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Happy belated Father's Day to you both.
Oh,
I know-
same to you, Scotty.
I hope
Yeah,
you guys
you
had a
guys
great
too.
Father's Day weekend. Did you get a good crowd yesterday or what?
Yeah, it was nice. It was like a steady crowd rather than Mother's Day. We got bombarded
Yeah.
all at once. We had probably 600 people here. Yesterday, it was like a steady 150, 200 people coming and going. So it was nothing crazy, no long waits, no angry people.
Well, you know, that's the difference because Father's Day doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, right. Like, they're like
Mothers are like, woo! I
Yeah.
need to party. I need to be treated like a queen. But we're just like, can you leave me alone for 2 hours so I can mow the lawn?
Well, then there's the anxiety of like, right? Your wife or girlfriend, whatever, you gotta like make a plan.
Yeah,
like
she's
so it's like
expecting something.
there's stress. Whereas with us, there's like, what do you guys want to do? I don't know, man. Look, let's just go to the country. So we'll just come in waves. Like, no, yeah, I'm gonna take a nap first, then we'll head over to Echo Fields. Whereas like when the shoe's on the other foot, like we gotta like jump to action.
That was it.
So I feel like that might be the difference of the two holidays.
You know,
Exactly.
the biggest thing I noticed yesterday, which allowed us to not have lines, was people were coming from the open and like ordering as they came. Mother's Day, we'd have like 3 people would come, wait for the rest of their party to eat. And then everybody showed up at 1 o'clock and everybody wanted to eat at the same time. Where yesterday it was like
Guilty.
part fathers.
Yeah.
Part of the group came at 11, they ate. The rest came at 12, they ate. Then they joined up together. It's like, because fathers don't really care. It's like,
Right.
That's it.
let's just.
Yeah, it's Sunday, man. It's a beautiful day. Like, let's just do our
Yes.
thing.
And more importantly, where's the goddamn beer?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that was it. But it was an awesome day. We had a great crowd, and the best part about this is just having people come up. They seek me out, and they're like, "Thank you so much for building this. This is awesome place. I didn't even know this was here." And then like multiple people did that on Sunday. They were here on Saturday too for the first time. They came up to me Saturday. I didn't even know this was here. I live in Slate Hill. We'll be here more often. Multiple of them were back for Father's Day, which is what I get a lot. Once people come here for the first time, they see it. There's nothing like this around here. I'm
No.
not saying it's because
Nope.
it's mine, but we built something for everybody. Where we're sitting now is for the adults. You sit, you have a bite to eat, drink, listen to music, and the rest of the field is for the kids, but you could see the whole field from down here. So, and it's fenced in at the top. Kids can't go anywhere. They got to come back down here. So the parents love that. It's basically a big babysitter is what this is.
My favorite thing is the bathrooms and the old corn silo over there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like how that is. That's nice and easy. Multiple bathrooms all in one spot. My favorite thing was when I was in there Mother's Day, you hear everybody talking.
Yeah.
A mom walks in with her kid and she's like, "Don't touch anything."
Yeah.
Dude.
Typical mom warning in a bathroom. The
Dude.
bathrooms are clean. It wasn't about that, but
No, but it's I got stuck using porta potties all weekend, and it was the same. It was disgusting, and they made the brilliant decision that like at high noon yesterday, they sent a company to clean out the porta potties while we were in like Tent City, right in a row. So when they started cleaning them out, all you could smell was
the delicious.
Yeah, it was horrible. But I was in there at one point, and there was a mom and her kid next door, and it was exactly that conversation. Like, just be careful, don't sit down. I'm like, oh god.
But what's great is that's not what should be happening in there. They're very clean bathrooms,
right.
and it's not like they're real toilets.
Right.
It's real sinks. It's
Right.
nice in there.
Right.
But people are just a little crazy sometimes.
Well,
That's
was
what it is.
We don't get very many, if any, complaints here, but the porta potties in our first 2 year I heard about that.
Yeah.
People would leave. Some people just can't go to the bathroom in a porta potty, which I don't get if I have to go to the bathroom.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah, like I don't know who raised you, but dude, you literally
look around.
You can't go in a porta potty. Come on,
Dude.
You don't have to go bad enough there.
When I go to one of these, the first thing I do when we set up camp this weekend, I was like, where are the porta potties? Like, that's all I need to know.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Yeah, like they could be bad, they could be good, but whatever. I gotta go.
but we listen. I listen to everybody's.
That's really
feedback.
cool.
And,
It's awesome.
It goes perfectly with what we have going on, just repurposing stuff for storing. So we took an old silo, sectioned it off in quarters, made a handicap bathroom, did one of them with 2 urinals for men just to alleviate the line, and 2 with changing tables for parents with young kids. So we try to cover every base. When we say full family friendly entertainment, we mean it.
Well,
yeah, it looks that way.
I could definitely second that because I was here on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
In the thick of it, like you said, it was crazy packed. It was busy, but we didn't let that stop us from having a good time. I mean, there was a wait, but like I said, we didn't pay to get in, so that kind of made the wait a little easy. And we just chalked it up to that was like your first real big hammered weekend. You weren't expecting that kind of crowd, and it's like we akin it to like a restaurant on opening night. Like,
Right.
All this is new.
Yeah.
You weren't, a lot of people showed up. It takes a little while for the food to go through. So, it is what it is. I mean, you got food, you got pizza, you got burgers. There's a salmon, right? You got salmon, salads.
Salmon's a special that we offer sometimes.
Okay.
As that was on our special list for Mother's Day. Obviously, you got to throw some fancy stuff on
Yeah,
there
you
for
sure
the
do.
mom,
Well,
but-
it worked because that's what she had.
Yeah, so, a lot of these are a first for us.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Lesson learned, right?
Yeah.
Like, and we talked about it on here that like you put out a message like thank you and sorry, we did our best,
Yeah.
and like I think that's again we talked about this before, but fall on the sword. Hey, this is what we got going on here, and we had no idea this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out in the future, and we can't promise it's not gonna happen again, but we appreciate everybody's patience, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, not one of our employees dropped the ball that day. Like,
No.
we just did not know the sheer support we were going to get for Mother's Day. A typical restaurant maybe serves 100, 150 people, and they're busy. We were serving 300-400 people at once out of that Airstream.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it's possible what our chef did that day, but we did it, and there was only a couple people that didn't understand. And I heard a lot of complaints like, oh, we waited an hour for our food. If you went to any other restaurant on Mother's Day
You'd wait an
without
hour.
a reservation, you're waiting more than an hour just to sit down.
Yep.
Then you're going to wait an hour for your food.
Yep.
I think people just think they're coming to a farm, so they're going to get like a quick burger and a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's not how we do it. Our food is all fresh.
Yeah, it's made
never
to order.
frozen. It's made to order. You order a salad here, our chef is walking behind the Airstream and cutting your greens from our garden. Like, that's not that
Yeah.
you're not getting fed in a minute.
Yeah.
Like, so now you multiply that by 600 to 1,000 people that you're trying to feed from scratch. You're gonna wait.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But that's okay. And like I mentioned too, we ordered the food. I got on the line. The line was a little long for the beverages, but within 2 seconds, you're standing in front of me. Hey, do you need cans, bottles, or are you getting mixed drinks? Bang. You had me in and out in 2 seconds.
yeah, I mean,
And you were going through, it wasn't like you just walked right up to me. You were going through the line doing that. And I
Yeah.
mean, how many places do you go and you see the owner
Right.
in the thick of it?
Right,
Like that's
exactly.
like the big thing.
That's why this works.
Yeah, 100%. So,
I mean, listen, the key to any successful business is if the owner is involved in every aspect of it, all the employees are seeing that, and they're just going to want to step up too, which it's how I've grown any business. You do everything that anybody else does. I'm changing garbages throughout the day. I'm sweeping. I'm cleaning the bathrooms. Then when I ask my staff to do it, there's no question. They're going to do it because they know I'll do it, and then they won't have a job. So,
So I'm just gonna throw in a quick story.
okay.
So when I got promoted to sergeant at, I don't know, 2016, I remember I worked for, again, a busy urban police department in the Hudson Valley, and I had been a detective for a long time, so a lot of the people that I was supervising didn't know who I was. They knew me, but they didn't know what I was about. And one of my first days as a sergeant, the guy called me on the radio, and he said, I need you to come to this spot. So I go to the corner where he is, and he's like, listen, this guy ran into a building. He's got a warrant. He's like, he barricaded the door. So the supervisor car had breaching tools in it. I was like, that door right there? He said, yeah. I said, it's confirmed warrant? He said, yeah. So I grabbed the ram. We hit the door. We go in. The guy jumps from that building to another building. So call the fire department. Fire department comes. Ladder truck shows up, and 2 guys are like, I'll get on. I was like, nope, I'll get on the ladder. Get on the ladder truck, get onto the roof, and I get on a fire escape of the neighboring building, and I'm like coaxing. I'm like, you just jump to me. I'm gonna take you into custody, no problem. And I got one guy in the backyard yelling, that's a dumb idea, don't do that. And I'm like, nope. So he jumps to me, I secure him, and then the guy who originally called me, he and his canine partner are at the window right next to the fire escape. So I didn't even know they were there. But we brought him in, got him out safely. And he looked at me at that moment, and he was like, I will never question an order you give from this day forward.
that's it.
And that's how I led. And I said to him, I said, look, you know me, but you don't know me. And I want you to know, and I want all these other guys to know that if there's a job that I'm going to ask you to do, it's not that I wouldn't do it. It's that for whatever reason, I can't do it at this moment.
Right.
So that's how you do it.
That's how you get a team behind you that just busts their ass and works as
Yes.
hard as they can for you, problem solve, and try to figure it out on their own because they're watching you do it.
Yes.
You can't, as a leader of any company, business, world,
See,
you can't just sit back and bark orders.
No, and there's I've seen all those memes over the years that show like it's like a supervisor leads from the back, but a leader leads from the front.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like it's your name's on this.
Yep.
So you have a huge vested interest in it, but like motivating people is a huge part of it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's
And the hardest part about it is everybody is motivated differently. You have
Yeah.
to treat everybody differently. So what motivates you might
Yeah.
not work
no
for Scotty. You
Ex-
got to do something different.
Yep.
So that's one of the trickiest parts of being a leader.
Yes.
is how do you get the most out of everybody
Yeah,
that's
and
with you?
And the person so you need task A done, but you might only have 2 people that can do task A, which
Yeah.
is fine
Yeah.
because you have other people that can do the other tasks that you need.
Yep.
But yeah, motivating that person to get him to want to help you, because it should be, because people are like, well, it's your job. Well, yeah, it's your job, but you still have to find that secret recipe to get them out of bed, to make them want to do it and give it 110%.
Absolutely.
So how did this come to be? What made you decide to do this out here?
Echo Fields. This was an afterthought, actually. So I've been in construction my whole life. I had just sold my paving company in 2023, end of 2022, beginning of 2023. And I thought maybe I was going to semi-retire, take it easy. I went hard for 25 years, and I'm like, I'm going to go on cruise control. Well, after pacing the house for about 12 hours, I was like, yeah,
It's not gonna work for me.
this isn't going to fly. So I was like, I got to find something to do. I don't want to be married to something. I don't want to be committed to doing something every day. So I just started looking at some land, and I've always built houses, and so I'm like, let me just find a big piece I could subdivide and slowly just build out over the next 5-10 years. I'll build 2-3 houses a year just to keep me busy, keep my brain going, keep me interacting with the community. So we bought this, closed on it, and started walking the farm, bringing the kids out here, riding their quads and dirt bikes, talking to neighbors walking by, because clearly you see a for sale sign on a big farm in the center of a town. The neighbors are obviously vested. They
They want to know.
they want to know what's going on, so they would stop and talking to the family that I bought it from, the neighbors, and I'm like, man, people really, really have a big love for this piece of property, and I see why. You know, you go to the top of the hill there and just look over the rolling fields and the trees. It's gorgeous. So we went home that night, got talking to my girlfriend Brianna, and we were like, can we do something different? Like,
Yeah.
so we came up with this idea, let's have a couple fall festivals a year. So I'm like, all right, cool. I started building this out for fall festivals, and I'm like, we have a couple 100 acres here. I'm going to use it for 4 fall festivals.
Right. Yeah.
The math just doesn't add up here. Like, I want to preserve it, but not to use it for 4 days a year. So I'm like, why don't we take that fall festival theme and somehow do it a 6-month a year when it's nice out? We could go from May to the end of October and just open for everybody and give full family entertainment, a place for the community to come hang out. Kids can go play. They're not pulling on the parent's shirt trying to get them out of here. Adults don't want to leave either because you got live music playing all day long, good food, couple drinks. And so that's what we did, and it's worked out exactly as planned. Every year we just keep growing the place because the community is supporting us so much that the calling is there for it. So this year we did a ton of stuff. We added a big amphitheater here. The bathrooms we were just discussing, the food, and we brought up a new well. So we got Orange County Department of Health approved water, put a new septic system in, 400 amp electrical service. So we have room now to just keep growing this place. The infrastructure is in to just keep growing as the demand is there.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we've talked about it. You're on social media. You guys really do a great job of sharing what the experience looks like or what it would be like.
Yeah.
So as my first time here, looking around, it's kind of cool to be here in real life after seeing it on social media. And like we talked about, you've opened it up. There's Pilates classes here.
Yeah, Sunday mornings. The Pilates ladies here. I see her doing that on the social media.
Yeah. And
Paige, is it? Paige?
Paige did one. Kristen and Jenny do one. So there's 2 so far, and ever since, because with the amphitheater seating, we made the rows of the amphitheater. They're 7 feet wide.
Yeah.
So my whole plan on building this is you could be sitting down and there's still enough room in front of you for people to walk by between the people sitting. So there's nobody getting up out of the way. Well, with that, your seating area or your walkable area is usable for like Pilates mats. You could dance on it. It's wide enough to do things on. So we did the first Pilates class, and I sent my drone up to get it. And that amphitheater was just full of people doing Pilates, working out. And the video was awesome. So we posted it. And the amount of messages I got from different dance people, yoga, any kind of fitness thing, they wanted part of it. And we're like, all right, these are our dates we got. We'll try anything. So we got yoga coming up. We got more Pilates class. We just got reached out by a dance, like a Zumba dance type thing, wants to do it on there. We just want people here experiencing what we built and enjoying it.
One of my customers actually talked about it. You had Miss Kelly's Music Corner or Kinder Music, whatever
Kelly's
it is.
Music Corner.
That's right, yeah.
She was here one morning. He was so excited about that. And he was telling us all about that one morning at the shop. So, everything.
Yeah.
Anything you could do, you're doing, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I appreciate. I didn't mean to cut you off. I appreciate that. Like, we'll try anything.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
When I saw the Pilates thing, like that was one of the first things I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, this guy's got like, you have barnyard bingo, you got guys wrestling here, in their singlets rolling around.
yeah.
And then on Saturdays or Sundays you got,
Whatever.
yeah, right. Like but I, my family, we moved out here as I said, in 2020. And I think like all communities need a place like this, and nobody has it except us now.
Yeah.
Like this is it. And looking around, yeah, like you said, everything is repurposed. There's nothing that I'm seeing as far as I can see, that doesn't belong on a farm.
Yeah.
There's not
exactly.
one single thing.
Right. So we built a venue for everybody that's a brand new venue, but you look at it and it's like, oh, that actually looks like it belongs in the middle of a cow pasture, which
Yeah.
you can't typically build brand new things and make it fit on a farm, but it's just we repurposed a lot of things, polished a lot of turds to make them look
Yeah.
and be something that they weren't originally intended for, and we repurposed them, and I love every bit of it.
Yeah, man, this is really, really cool. And then, like I said, I know a guy that I coached with, Matt Dupuis. He's starting a new program, a lacrosse program called Woodchuck Lacrosse, and he put out a flyer that he had. He was doing JV lacrosse clinics yesterday on the fields.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, I know Matt, he's a great guy, and what he's doing is trying to grow a sport, and you gave him a place to do that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if somebody comes to me with something, and it's not even about the money here, it's like we're fortunate to be in a position where I could just say, yeah, come do it. It's why we kept this farm green. It's why we kept it fields, is so the community can enjoy it. So Matt is an awesome guy. Our kids played football together years ago, and he's been a supporter. He's hung out here, and he approached me that he couldn't find field space. So I was like, we got a couple 100 acres here. Come find a flat spot that you want. I'll mow it for you and use it. Have at it. So they're going to be playing here every Sunday, and I love it. I walked across the street midday yesterday, and we were busy as hell, but I was like, I want to go see
What he's doing.
15, 20 kids running around this field, because this is why we didn't develop it, so people can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we got some footage of it, and it's really, I said it on a post the other day, like, these big events, and you see the support you get, it's the word community is what sticks out. So seeing these kids playing lacrosse in a field that would have been multiple houses,
Yeah.
and a decision that we made as a family to keep it a farm, gave the kids that opportunity. It's the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, and I've been on some pretty big projects in my life. I've accomplished a fair amount. There's nothing like it, like to see kids running around on a field that you preserved,
Yeah.
families enjoying, smiling, friends gathering here, hanging out all day long, having fun, meeting everybody from the 90-year-old grandmother to the newborn great-grandchild.
Right.
There's something for all of them to do, and not one of them are going to want to leave when they come here. That is awesome.
Yeah.
What's really cool, though, is with what he's just saying. Now, I can attest to this because I was here on Mother's Day before we skated out. You were taking your mom through on the golf cart and showing her, like, look at this. Look at all these people here celebrating Mother's Day at our place. How awesome is this?
Yeah,
like,
no,
what a
she's-
great moment for a son to give his mom, like, look at this, Ma. Look what we did. Look what we did out here. How great is this?
Yeah.
So that's definitely awesome, and hats off to you for that one.
Yeah. And I think what you said, like, obviously money factors into a lot of decisions, but I feel like some of the best things or most satisfying things I've done are the things that, like, fill my soul.
Yeah, it's it. And, like,
So to do a little bit of both, but to be able to say, like, like I get, like, when we started doing this, like, every week that we record, I'm like, this is great. Like, I love this fuel. Like, we don't make a dime off of this, but this is something that satisfies me or makes me feel like I get to have conversations with people like you, or we sit and we just goof off for an hour. Like,
yeah.
Make dick and fart jokes.
yeah, right. Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
very therapeutic. No
Yeah.
matter what we're doing, this is like a therapy session for me. I absolutely love it. It's mental health. like I said, it just fills my soul. And like I told you, like, the first couple weeks we were going back and forth after the podcast, I told you flat out, like, hey, Joe, this is way better than when I was on the radio
Yeah.
because we own it. Nobody can tell us what to do. If anybody's got a complaint, well, don't listen.
Yeah.
You have to go to the line to download it. So if it's bothering you that much, go find something else you like. Go listen to Model Trains or something. I don't know what to tell you.
But
yeah,
then-
I've even listened to a few. I'm not a big podcast listener. I don't sit still long enough to listen, so I'm always on the go. But Larry B was doing work for me, and he's like, "Oh, Scotty and Joe were they said they talked about you Echo Fields on the podcast. Like, I'm gonna send it to you. Listen to it." So I listened to it, and I sent you a message and thanked you for it. Which it's people like you that help us grow this place, to get the recognition. But I thoroughly enjoy what you're doing too. So you're fulfilling your own little bucket, but you are giving other people some satisfaction too. Because I've listened to everyone since then.
Oh, really?
There's been 3. Yeah, I hop on it.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of the podcast is that you can do it as you're doing other things.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're sitting in the back seat for the conversation, but you don't have to be there for it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what crept up on us every week before we record. I'm like, hey, I talked to so-and-so, or so-and-so reached out, or the amount of people that have reached out to me that I haven't talked to in so long, but like we push this here and there. And now, we try to push it a little more each week. But when people like, hey, or I get a text message, somebody's like, that story was great, man. I can relate to that. And I'm like, oh, because I'm just sending it off into space. I don't know. If nobody listened to it, I would still laugh just as hard when I listen to when it's released. Like my wife and I sit down and we listen to it at night, and she's like, "All right, that was good."
Yeah. See, that's awesome. That's cool.
And like that's really all and then to hear that you're listening to it and you appreciate it too. Like it's another.
It's awesome when
Yeah.
people come up to you and it's unsolicited and they're like, "Hey, man, like I said, Andy with his feet that
Yeah.
day," and just like the random listeners that come in, like, oh, I just Bubba baited all over the place, and just all those things that they say to me, like, oh my god, I'm like, wow, I'm like,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that, like, and it was like, it was only a couple of days ago, but it's wash and rinse and move on. That's usually what it is. But
And we're not
these
we're not
people are-
scripting this. Like this is
No.
all from the hip.
It's
so
all shoot from
like
the hip.
I say a bunch of dumb shit, and then somebody else like somebody sent me a text, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, did I say that? And I'm like, okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna backtrack a second to you talking about my mom. See, that's been a huge part of my life, which obviously not everybody has great parents. I've been blessed with my mom, man. Like she grew my paving company with me. I started that when I was 20, 21 years old. I opened it.
Oh wow.
She was my first employee. She was a bartender growing up. She had 3 kids. She was a single parent, and she pushed through and taught me a ton about not wasting money, saving. So I started the paving company, and as soon as we made a few dollars, I was like, Mom, like, no more bartending. Like, you got to come work for me. We'll figure this out. And 22 years later, we sold it. She was with me every step of the way, would do anything. So she retired when I sold the paving company. And then I bought this, and she's like, I know I'm retired, happy, good, but I want to be part of this. Like anything you need, let me know. So she'll make pizza. She helps with the party. So she's jumped right back in this, not on an everyday basis, like with the paving company.
Yeah.
We grew that so quickly. It was like a 7-day-a-week thing. Even her, it was, I was going 7 days a week, but my mom was right there with me. So, and she had me when she was 16. So
Wow.
very young, could have been totally different. I could have just been thrown away, and
Yep.
I owe everything to her. So anytime I get to show her something that it's not something that I built, it's something that we built together, because she's done everything with me.
That's awesome.
That's
great.
That's really nice to hear. Yeah, single moms, man. Like my mom raised my sister and I, and same thing. And like when you look back at what their sacrifices were, and all the things that they did to make you who you are.
Yeah.
Like I always, every so often you have that conversation with your mom where she's like, "Hey, I'm proud of like who you are and what you do," and I'm like, "Well, I learned that from you."
Yeah.
So
It's awesome.
yeah, so I get that. Like that when you say that fills my heart, 'cause that's a great
it fuels you, man. It's awesome. And this whole place is family. Like
Right.
my right by my side always is my girlfriend. She is in the bar always during the weekend, but all week long. If she's here, if I need her help, a lot of these ideas were her, and just she kind of just pushes me along, tells me to go do things, so I build them as she sees them and finds them. My kids both work here with us. Like I said, my mom. It's just awesome to be able to have family that just supports you, wants to help, and will do anything for you.
Yeah. It's a labor of love.
Yeah,
Like, truly. And like, I think as you're walking along and you're going through, you're building this thing, and it's I think sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, with the size of the property we have here and the quick growth this has seen and the interest and the feedback we get in, there's no stopping.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, me too. And I can't wait. Like, I'm going to reach out to Matt when we get done recording and just say, look, like, what do you have in mind? Like, cause we haven't talked about, I just keep reposting his stuff and then he texts me, thank you or whatever. But I haven't like talked to him about what his idea is for the Woodchuck Lacrosse brand that he's pushing out. But like, it's really cool.
Yeah. And one thing about Matt, like I told him I didn't want anything from him monetary. And he's like, no, we're going to take care of you then. And he's like, I'll push as many people over to Echo Fields as possible. And, as soon as it was done, his whole family was over here, food, drinks. He had a couple other parents. Like, that's what it's about. They enjoyed a sport across the street on a field, then came across here, listened to music, grabbed a drink, food. The kids ran and played, and they made an entire afternoon out of it. And that really fuels you to keep going. It feels awesome. More than anything you could put in the bank, you put it inside of you, and it's like, wow, this is incredible.
Because you get to sit back and you're like, here's 30 people sitting and enjoying this space that, like you said, could have been a subdivision or could have been whatever else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's awesome, man.
I just can't stop looking around. You guys are talking, and all I keep doing is looking left.
So this is as far as I can go.
I'm looking up the hill. We got the cool thing where you can stand in there and take the picture, overlooking the whole property, which is pretty amazing. Even just from the amphitheater, just looking out, it looks amazing.
Yeah, when we're done, I'm gonna go up on the amphitheater.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. Like I said, we did a good scout out of this place. They got like the little bouncy thing, bounce house type pillow, whatever you call that, up on the hill there for the kids. Basketball, shooting, football, toss. I mean, looks like an American Gladiator tire pyramid up there.
Yeah, these kids could go forever up there. There's a soccer field, football throws, slides, tire climbs, tunnels, bike tracks, cornhole. We got all types of stuff.
You got mountain biking tracks too. I saw you got frisbee golf too, right?
Well, it's not a mountain. It's a flat track down there that every now and then a kid will get courageous and wheel it up to the top of the hill. Which should not be doing.
Disclaimer right there.
But on top of all this, we are still an active farm. Like this venue has taken an incredible amount of time, but we have allotted other time we planted an apple orchard, peach orchard, pears. We got a Christmas tree field. Right now we have 7 acres of pumpkins growing.
I saw the post about pumpkins today.
Yeah, 3-acre corn maze. We have sweet corn. Any vegetable that you eat here, we grow. So we grow everything from radishes to tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplant, anything in your salad that you're eating is grown at Echo Fields. So we do. I got my hands on a seed from one of the world's largest pumpkins last year.
Oh, wow.
So I gave it like a little shrine down there in the entrance, fenced it in.
Okay, that's where it is. I saw it on social media the other day. I was going to ask you where that was.
Put it by our entrance, and the whole thing is, we're all about creating experiences for families. So it's like, this is cool. They're going to start with an experience here before they even enter our market. As soon as they step in from the parking lot, we have a sign that says, watch me grow. And shows the date I planted the seed. And it's already got leaves on it that are literally bigger than my chest. Like,
they're huge.
They're huge. They're about 2 feet across right now. And my goal here is to have all these families watch this throughout the summer into early fall, take pictures of it, share the pictures. and look forward to something else at Echo Fields. Like, let's go check out and see how big the pumpkin is today.
Right.
My whole goal is to just keep creating things that people want to come back for.
Yeah.
And I really feel that plays a part of it. And then once it's done growing, we're going to move it somehow. Hopefully it's big enough that it creates a big issue to move it.
Right.
We're going to move it in front of our market and create a contest for people to guess the weight of it and just have a big giveaway out of it. So just, again, a new experience, and another thing for families to come here and do and talk about when they go home. When you leave Echo Fields, I want you to still talk about it when you get home and the experience, which, Scotty, it seems like you do that a lot at work. And
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
I love
nothing like this that I've ever been to anywhere. Like I've been to plenty of you got that place down in Warwick there where it's like the winery and the field and everything like that. But that's nothing compared to how cool this place is.
No,
a lot of these places are beautiful. Like you got Pennings in Warwick, beautiful places, and we've been to them all. We've been to the wineries, and it was really like combine a bunch of places together and create something for everybody. Who, as a parent, you don't want to go to Billy B's in the mall, right? But you have to. You got to bring your kid there.
Yep.
As a kid, you don't want to go to a winery and sit there with your parents.
Right.
You're going to be miserable. Your parents are going to be miserable.
Right.
The kids tugging on your shirt, crying, acting out. You're getting aggravated.
Yep.
So it's like, let's build that Billy B's. Or is it Busy Bees? Whatever.
Billy B's.
Billy B's, whatever it is.
Oh, God.
Let's build that and combine a winery and a kid Chuck E. Cheese type place into one, so nobody wants to leave. Everybody just wants to keep coming back. The kids aren't bothering the parents. And it's like, I sit down and watch. I'm like, I wonder which, is it going to be the parents or the kids that say they want to go today? Because a lot of times it's neither. And it is another huge, super rewarding thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome when nobody wants to leave, and you watch the kids leave here crying.
Yeah,
One of every 3 kids leaves here crying.
Yeah, you're dragging
They don't
them.
want to leave.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the fact that all the kids, and Mother's Day it was packed, like we've talked about before, but the fact that the parents were down here, DJ Dukes was here, everybody was dancing, having a good time. The later it got, the more people danced. And the kids, nowhere to be found. They were all up there, scattered around the hill. They were down below playing wiffle ball, and they just randomly come check in. Hey, we good? Yeah, all right. See you later, bye. And they just disappear, and that's awesome.
We call the travel sports kids, right? Like sideline siblings, because they're just kind of, you drag them around. So I watched my 9-year-old and 2 other sideline siblings literally dig a hole in the dirt on the sideline. And they were my 9-year-old will play in the dirt for hours. So and that sucks that he had fun with it, but I'm looking on the hill and I'm like, Luke would love this place. He would never want to leave. He would come home. He left this field in Farmingdale yesterday covered in dirt. And I'm sure he had a great time. He's a kid. Kids all have time. He had a good time digging a hole in the dirt. But if he came home covered in dirt from this, he would literally talk about it for a week probably.
Yeah.
This would be, he would probably.
When can we go back to that?
Yeah. And he's a kid that, we were very fortunate when Legoland opened up. My mother-in-law had gotten us passes for Legoland, so we could go to Legoland whenever we wanted. But Legoland it's great, but the rides are there. But here you can have a different adventure every time you come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can do a different thing each time you come here. And so I'm excited to bring my family here, and I see that happening in the very near future.
The biggest challenge in marketing a place like this is, how do you promote it so the grandparents don't think, or even if you're not a grandparent, you're a 60-year-old couple, how do I promote this to let them know there's something for them too? At first, I was posting a lot of the kids' stuff, but still promoting music, drinks. And the feedback I was getting when people finally came was, I thought this place was just for kids. We weren't coming because I figured there would be kids running all over, it'd be loud, and our kids are grown, so we really don't want to hang out at a place like that anymore. And it's the exact opposite. They say, we can have 400 kids here. They're not bothering anybody because this is a huge field. and we've totally separated everything, and it's really not everything always works out exactly how you plan, but we built this for exactly that, and it's executed and has played out exactly how we planned. And it's awesome.
Has it? Would you say it's exceeded your expectations?
By far and much quicker than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Which again, great. We can build. You could build anything you want, but if you don't get the community support and people helping come here promote it, I can only do so much on Facebook. But unless people are talking about it, sharing their experience, we're only as good as the community that's coming to support us. And this community is awesome, and they've made Echo Fields. We built it. The people made it. It's the bottom line.
Well, and you got you guys are both started out as just you business owners, and that's probably one of the hardest things to do. Like, you see businesses start and fail all the time.
All the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So it really does come back to the community that you serve, and if they, they'll be your biggest supporters, or they'll be the dagger in the heart.
That's it.
Right? Like, we joked around about the Orange County Moms group on Facebook. And that's where we found out about, because Scotty did both my boys' first haircuts. So, I mean, that was like 12 and 9 years ago.
Yep.
So, but we, joked around, but if, they're like a lynch mob, man. Like, if you do.
You don't want to get on the
No,
bad side. No.
Absolutely not.
And
If you get on their bad side, there's always bad moms of Orange County who are pretty good too.
Yeah.
So, it goes both ways.
And we've piggybacked on a lot of these groups online. We'll give back to them, do giveaways, give away tickets, because they've helped us get where we are from the start. It was that group, not necessarily Orange County Moms, but the different mom groups that have really just been like, this is awesome. We're really looking for a place for our family to come. Can we come check it out during the week? And then I'll promote it to our group. And they all came, checked it out, and they've just been huge, posting every event we're doing because they love the place.
I think that's the coolest part about, there's so many negatives of social media, but I think that some of the positives are being able to push out a message, and not that you want to, some people you don't want to hear their voice, but it gives a lot of people in the community a voice to really, to help steer things to where they want it, and look at some of the community pages. When I moved out to Minnesink, that's when I needed something, I turned to some of those groups to who have you used in the past, or who can I go for this? So, I think that it gives a unique opportunity now with that voice for people to help push and grow a business like this.
Yeah.
It's cool.
The store down below, is that only open on the weekends?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sundays.
And in that store, what's in there besides just paying to get in?
It all depends the time of year. We have whatever we're harvesting. Like this week before we opened, we picked some broccoli rabe, radishes in the morning. There was some spinach ready we cut and just put for sale in there. So we use that in our little Airstream eatery, but we'll also sell it in there as well. So pretty soon, when the sweet corn is ready, we'll have big sweet corn set up in there. So whatever fruits, vegetables are ready.
Eggs?
Yeah, eggs.
Eggs, because you got all them chickens down there. You got to be
we
doing eggs.
got 130, 140 chickens, so we're getting 6-7 dozen eggs a day. So we do specials with eggs too, but you're not using, we're gathered. By the end of the week, we got 30, 40 dozen eggs sitting there. If we don't sell them,
my God,
you're not using 40 dozen eggs as specials on a weekend.
Yeah, you're not running an omelet special.
No, even if so, we're not selling 40 dozen eggs.
You've heard of the world's biggest pumpkin. Now get ready for the world's biggest omelet.
Yeah, exactly. So, all in all, this place it's honestly been a blessing to stumble across this property, and I am so blessed that I didn't develop this. The reward that has come from it, from different families, is far exceeds anything I've ever done.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
you owe me a beer.
Yeah.
Entertainment wise, what do we got? Stuff going on every Friday, Saturday, Sunday? That's pretty much what I've seen online. That's correct?
Yeah, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we open at 11 o'clock every day. Every day we're open, we have live music going on, or a DJ, some type of entertainment for the family. We are open July 6th, which is a Monday. Some midget wrestling out of Texas, this nationally traveling midget wrestling company reached out and wanted to. They're like, we've seen your social media. Your place looks awesome. The amphitheater seating. Like,
Wow.
we want an outdoor venue like this. Can we book a show there? And I'm like, you guys want to come see the place first? Like, you're from Texas. You're just going to
Right.
Mark-
Sight unseen.
spend, tens of thousands of dollars marketing and traveling here with all your equipment. And you're like, we've seen enough. We've heard enough. We want to be at Echo Fields this summer.
Wow.
So I'm like, we're fully booked this year. If you want to pick a day during the week, I'll gladly open up for you guys. And, again, we'll do anything.
Right.
If it sounds like it's something the community could benefit, like, we're all about it. So they're coming on July 6th.
Okay.
So that's a Monday.
That's awesome.
That's a Monday night. So there are those rare occasions where we will have something going on.
Can you toss them, or they're just gonna be wrestling?
No, I've never seen it yet. But
Yeah,
maybe I'll
tossing.
toss them too. Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
And 4th of July, too, you got a huge festival going on, right?
Yeah, so that July 4th, 5th, 6th is going to be a crazy place for Echo Fields. Like, it's going to be awesome. So for 4th of July, I expect a couple thousand people there. At least.
I'm thinking about the same.
We have 6 local businesses that everybody. It's not only just the families. Which the families are the business owners too, but a lot of these local businesses reach out to us daily. Like, how can I help you? How can we be part of what you're doing, your mission to help the community? And any chance I have to bring them in and use our traction that we've gained to help these businesses, I do. So there's 6 businesses that are helping make 4th of July possible. We're not spending a dime on fireworks.
That's great.
We're going to put on one of the baddest firework displays you've ever seen on 4th of July. I'm not going to give you too much info, but the amount of effort and money that is going to be going into this community that Echo Fields didn't have to pay a dime for because of our community. The business leaders in this community have all stepped up. There's 6 companies, which I'll give a quick shout out to: Tony Monaco Landscaping, Meisner Insurance Agency, Automotive Ingenuity HD, Quality Heating and Cooling, Clearflow Well Drilling, or Clearflow Water Treatment, and Mike Carey from Aflac. They've all contributed and split the entire fireworks bill, which is significant.
Fantastic.
A significant dollar amount, and
That's really cool.
everybody should come here 4th of July. It's going to be badass. We have bands all day long, 7 hours of bands. We're going to have a whole separate beer garden set up with My Art will be back for that too.
Awesome.
So we'll have a second bar up there with them. It's last 4th of July was, again, our first 4th of July. And it was one of those days where I was closing up the market
Yeah.
and running up here and helping alleviate lines. That won't happen again. Like, we'll be prepared. I would say last 4th of July, we had 7 people working. We'll have about 25 this year. So it's like we were that understaffed last year, and it won't happen again. You got to learn. And
Yeah.
if you're super busy and people got to wait, as long as you adjust the next time they're here and they see, like,
Right.
same old stuff here. Like,
Yeah. Oh, this happens every time.
nah,
Yeah.
you'll never see that in anything I'm involved in. Like, we'll be overstaffed this time. I'll have people standing around waiting to do something because that won't happen again.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked for 4th of July. And the midget wrestling is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
What a way to
bookend
cap
it.
off the
Yeah.
weekend, man.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
So when you have those days like 4th of July or Mother's Day, like when you're done, right? Backbreaking day,
Yeah.
right? And you're like, holy shit, right? Is there like a moment where you're like, holy shit, like I can't believe that this happened?
4th of July, those days, it's like the next morning.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like you're drinking
It's
your
not
coffee the
that
next
night.
day and you're
Yeah,
like, well,
it's-
because you got to reflect back and be like, I can't believe this.
Yeah. That night after the event ends, you're cleaning up.
Yeah,
you're
you're
still going.
exhausted.
Your brain is racing. You're
Yeah.
you're a million miles an hour, right? And as soon as I go home, my boots come off. I sit down, and this is a daily thing. Like,
Yeah.
once I stop moving, I'm asleep.
Yep.
Like, until I'm asleep, I'm going.
Yeah.
And so on 4th of July, you go home, and it's like, sit down. You're asleep in 10 seconds. No gummy needed that night.
Yeah.
And it's the next morning you wake up and it's like, wow, that just happened. Like,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
And this is a new business that would have been houses that you just opened to the community, and they got your back that much that
Yeah.
you were that understaffed. It was awesome, and I'm really looking forward to this 4th of July.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have. I think it's gonna be so crazy with overflow here. I think it's gonna be absolutely nuts.
Yeah, which is why we just tripled the size of our parking lot down there. So we had a 200 capacity cars, which is like 600 people if you put 3 people a car, which is your average car load. And then we had an overflow parking across the street. Once you get parking across the street, you got to have crossing guards.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing I want is for somebody to get hurt. You know, you're trying to do something good for the community. I can't be having anybody risking crossing a road, kids. So we put a couple crossing guards, flaggers. But I'm like, you know what? We got this field. There's a big hump in the middle of it. So we had like a 20-foot mound in the middle of our parking lot, and then it kind of dove off after it. I'm like, let's take that whole mound, push it into the low spot, and just triple the size of our parking. So now we could get 600 cars over here.
Wow.
1,800 people.
So at 3 people
Yeah.
a car, which most cars I would say at least have 2.
Right. Yeah.
So even if everybody just came with 2, you're 1,200, which some people come 3, some people come 6.
Yep.
I think we have the parking on this side of the road for close to 2,000 people. So the
That's
whole
awesome.
goal is let me have as few people as possible cross the street.
Yep.
And I will be ready for it. The parking lot just finished up a week and a half before 4th of July, so we're ready to rock. And another good thing is every September we do it the first Sunday after school starts back up. We have a touch a truck where all the local companies come and bring trucks. And that was our first, well, you just fell on your face and we're way understaffed. Our first year open, which is mind-blowing to think of this. We were open for 3 months. Echo Fields was in existence for 3 months. I'm like, again, came from the construction world, so I know all these people. I'm like, let me call all my buddies that I've worked with, get all these construction trucks here, make it super interactive for the family, let the horns go, sirens go. Military was here, state police with the scuba boat, the canines, and we had 4 people working, and there was about 1,900 people came here after we were open for only 3 months for a touch a truck.
Holy cow.
So somehow that was a night that I think it took me 2 days to recover, to reflect, like what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And the added parking lot this year will be awesome. Like we have, we're gonna have helicopters giving helicopter rides.
Oh my
so
God.
like everything we'll do here.
They're fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do skydiving. We cleared out another landing zone.
Yeah. So it's the bigger parking lot gives us endless potential. We could host events just down there now.
Yeah.
That it's so big. You could do something on the perimeter of the lot and still have your whole parking lot.
Wow.
So that's September 13th this year to touch a truck, and that's always a fun event because it's just a bunch of kids running around. We get DJs, food trucks in multiple spots, bars all over, and vendors. Last year we had bull riding, the mechanical bull.
That's awesome.
It's cool. And this, like, the local fire department, Unionville, just bought a new fire truck. And in the past, they've done these wet downs, it's called, where you do like an introduction to the fire truck to the community. Well, people started getting hurt on these wet downs where they actually spray the hose. So people were starting to get hurt. So now companies are starting to do dry downs, is what they're calling them.
Yep.
So the company came here and they're like, we would really love to do our dry down on the new truck we got at Echo Fields for your touch a truck. Will you allow us to do that? And I'm like, I would be honored if you would do that.
That's
like,
cool.
This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, like, you would be doing me a favor if you did that because it would give our guests another experience.
Yeah.
So for our touch truck, Unionville is going to be doing the dry down of their new rig that they got, which, how much more rewarding can something be? You have all these people that just want to be part of your place to help improve the experience for the community. And again, it's why I say it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I can see it as you talk about it, like how passionate you are, and And like I think it's like your innovativeness, but your relentless focus on the community is what is going to keep, like, this is a constant ebb and flow, and like it's just going to keep rewarding you, you know, in ways that probably haven't even been discovered yet.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, this is special.
Yeah, I don't think we've reached a peak of any
No.
part of this. We have
No.
like years and years of growing left to do here before we're even at a spot where I'm like, all right, we're good. Let's go on cruise control.
Yeah, but like to your point about like got to stay moving, like not once have you even talked about like just leaving something alone.
No.
Like you're not,
No.
there's no stagnation here. There's no like, yes, fuck it, we're good, man. Like,
There's no moss.
No,
growing
no,
around here,
there
man.
really
Everything's
isn't.
constantly evolving.
Yeah,
So-
like
Yeah.
and again, like that's to everybody in the community that's supporting this. Like, you know, the writing's on the wall here as it is for how this thing is going to go, but like just keep, you know, make sure we keep pouring our support into this place so that we can, you know, I'm curious to see what happens next.
Yeah, so am I. Actually.
yeah.
Just wait for the 4th of July, Todd.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna get nuts.
If you see Scotty walking the beer line selling cans, you know there's a lot of people here.
I would totally do that for you too.
Oh, I know you
Same.
would.
I'm not afraid to
Yeah.
get dirty.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I'd even pick up the garbage that Bubba threw on the ground the other night.
Oh yeah. So backtracking to me saying I listened to your podcast, I heard Bubba's last week, and exactly what he said he was going to
Yeah.
do with throwing his guy into the pavilion, down the slide, into the garbage. Oh, he did it. Like,
Yeah.
He did it. He definitely did it. The kids were running around kicking his competitor on while he was on the ground after he got thrown down the slide.
Said he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
It was he's an entertainer. It was a great show, you know. Bubba, Captain Payne, they're great guys too.
Captain Payne came in on the tractor.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty
I
cool. The kids love that.
I drove Captain Payne in on the tractor, and the biggest challenge was not running over a kid because they were just swarming the
Yes.
tractor
Yeah.
to get at Captain Payne, and it's awesome, man.
Whoever got that video did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good video. I
Yeah,
saw
it
that.
was, It was cool.
So, and then I saw my buddy, the unofficial mayor of Middletown, Steve from Rock Fantasy. He was
yeah.
here for that.
Yeah.
Was he?
And yeah, he said what a great venue it was. I guess that was his first time out here. The turnout was good for wrestling.
Yeah, it was good. We had about 330 people here. Which
That's fantastic.
It's for a Friday night. It's cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a bigger crowd than the last time I saw them. So that's pretty awesome. And, you know, like I said, you had the old promo video up, which was, you know, before the amphitheater was there.
Yeah.
And that's what we kept pushing last week when we were talking with Bubba. Like, if you're going to this event, bring a chair, set it up, have a good time.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is about over here. Because it's just, you could, like you said, there's plenty of room. You could spread out. You could do whatever you want to do. And it's absolutely amazing that you've afforded this to the community.
Yeah, and you know, we had, like I said, 300 and something people here, and we had drones flying that night too. And in drone footage, the place looked empty. Like, that's how big it is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
300 people here. We need 2,000 people here for it to be like, it was pretty busy at
Yeah,
Nickel
you-
Fields. Like,
Don't worry,
right.
4th of July is going to happen.
we could fit probably 20,000 people in this field. Not that I ever want that many
Right,
people
right.
here. Like, that's way too many at once. But this field could afford 20,000 people. We have, it's massive.
It is awesome.
Well, that's
Okay.
But I'll always grab my drone thinking I'm gonna get like footage, and the parking lot will be full.
Right.
And I'll be like, I'm gonna set the drone up and get some awesome shots. And I take them and I review the footage, and I'm like, dude, like, it doesn't even look busy. There was 500-600 people here, and it's all this empty space. So I was like, that was a cool video, but nothing exciting.
Oh man, I don't know, man. It definitely looked cool from everything I saw on social media that day. So, and the next day, like I said, and then Steve even posted his own video. So, it was definitely pretty cool. I know I'm super excited to come out. We're definitely probably going to be out here for 4th of July, and we might have to come check out micro midget wrestling, whatever it's called. That sounds like a good time too.
Yeah, I think people should just bring tents and stay here from 4th
the
to the
weekend.
6th. You got fireworks to midgets. Like, let's do it all.
Yeah, it's a smooth transition, right from fireworks. Nothing says America like fireworks and midgets.
Midget wrestling.
Yeah,
Midget dropping an elbow off the top rope
That's
yeah.
amazing.
at the base of our seating in Echo Fields. Come on.
America. America.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think we're doing the fourth year as well.
And the big concert for the summer, Wade Jennings.
Yeah,
Saturday,
August 1st.
August 1st. That's going to be huge. Wade Jennings, Waylon's grandson.
Yeah, if you go on the socials, you can buy tickets right on the social media, right on the interwebs. You go on social media and you purchase them right through Echo Fields. It was seamless. We got our tickets for August 1st already, so it's a real easy process. But I would not wait if you're thinking of going.
Oh yeah, it's going to sell quick because there's an old timer in the barbershop the other day. He was telling me a group of people from Players, the bar over in Middletown. They're already buying their tickets. A lot of the regulars are very, very excited for this. So.
Yeah, he's got a huge name like Waylon Jennings. No matter what music you're into, your age, you've heard of Waylon Jennings. So his grandson's going to be here. He sounds very much like him. We have one of the bigger local bands, Hillbilly Parade, opening for him. So we're catching the locals that want to see Hillbilly Parade, and we're catching everybody that just wants to see a national act in Wade Jennings. So I think that's going to be a really big night for us as well. I'm excited for.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
To bring a national act to Westtown, New York.
Yeah,
it's huge.
It's just cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the second one now, right?
Yeah, so Adam Doliak, who's a big name, lives in Nashville. We flew him in from Nashville. He's got a #1 hit on Sirius XM, the highway station. He played here last Friday. Was it June 12th?
Yeah, 2 Fridays ago,
Two
right?
Fridays ago.
Yeah.
It's all a big blur to me.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is.
Awesome guy, awesome show. He stayed after, signed autographs, pictures for everybody, super generous, courteous to everybody. He was a true gentleman, and the place really benefited from it. And, there was a line 100, 200 deep at the end of the night for him to take pictures and sign autographs. And after performing for 2 hours, he still stood there for another hour, greeting everybody and making them feel, he was thankful for them being here.
Well, and like I said before, now realizing that I'm literally 7 minutes away from here, but my neighbors Hannah and Dan, we were at their wedding, and Adam Doliak played their wedding song, and she was so excited to be able to meet him. And they just had their first child, so they have a newborn at home.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I shouldn't even say that. I don't know if they brought her or not that night, but to be able to be 7 minutes away from a place that's hosting the guy who sang the song, your wedding song.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it meant a lot to her because when we spoke about this after the fact, and like I said, she had said, like, you should really try to get Todd on the podcast. Like, she's a loyal listener. So Hannah and Dan, I appreciate it. And it happened. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's really cool too is because like usually something like that costs extra. Like, they're selling meet and greets. That's what these people do. That's how they make a little extra cash. And the fact that this guy did it all on the arm.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't know, but I think once you come here and you're in the environment, I don't know how you could even, you can't do that, because the space doesn't, like, it's not about the extra buck. It's about, wow, look at all these people that came out to see me. Like, I'm going to stand here and take pictures.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah.
You're not coming back.
Right. Right.
That's, you have to fit the mold if you're you're welcome back here. We're all about giving back and community, and if you can't sit and say hello and sign autographs, take pictures of people that just paid your bills, don't come back.
Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, like, it was fun, but you won't be here again.
What's happening this weekend?
So this weekend is just a normal everyday weekend for us. We're doing
Okay.
the Barnyard Bingo, bringing that back. We've been off of that 2 Fridays in a row, which anybody that doesn't know Barnyard Bingo, not sure how we got involved in this, but it was, again, just creating a different
Brilliant.
experience. So I painted a grid of 60 squares on the ground by our pond. It's about 8 feet wide, 10 feet long, and then his numbers 1 through 60. I built a chicken coop to go over top of it, so I bring it up every Friday, and everybody buys the squares. $10 a number you pay, and at 7 o'clock, we put 7 chickens in this grid. Everybody stands around the grid, and the goal is to get the chicken to shit on your number. And if it shits on your number first, you win $200.
Whoa.
So the second and third prize would give away tickets. So before the Doliak and before the wrestling concert, we would give away Adam Doliak tickets, 2 tickets to wrestling, Wade Jennings, and then the remaining $200 goes to a charity. So we don't keep any of the money. We give it all back. It's just, again, about creating an experience. So we're both hooked up with local groups and charities. This week we're giving it back to the Town of Minnesink Historical Society. They have a little museum over here at Town Hall that they bring back all the history of Minnesink out here. So to help and support them, there's a bunch of volunteers that just do it. So to be able to help them and give them a couple bucks, it's a couple $100. It's not going far these days, but if we do that throughout the year and keep throwing them money, it makes a small difference. And we hope that other people see us giving back to them, and it raises awareness for that group, and they feel like doing the same if they can ever spare a buck, which these days it's very tough to, and I understand if anybody can't. But a lot of these groups that we're supporting, they mean something to us. They do other things for the community as well, so which is what we're about, and we want to help them as well. They support us, we'll support them. So, we've supported. We've had Brayside Camp was our first week giveaway, which was a huge Middletown camp. Started in the late 1800s for underprivileged kids. So we gave them our first donation. Then it was Act Through Music. It's a suicide prevention group that they teach basically the youth how to cope with hardships and how to handle hardships. Because we all know as you get older, the hardships are harder, and unless you learn at a young age how to cope and handle them, you're not going to do well when they grow as you get older. So that's a very dear organization that we would do anything for. And then the last one was Victory Hill Horse Therapeutics. They're right here out in Greenville, not far from
They're right by me. Yeah.
They're on Mountain Road. What they do is they take horses in, rehab them, and then they'll have vets come in that have PTSD, kids with autism come in, and the horses, even me, until I heard them give speeches, it's like, I don't know, is there really that much power in an animal? Yeah. And I heard there was a testimonial. They did a fundraiser here last October during one of our fall festivals. And this little girl got up that she started her speech by saying, 2 years ago, I couldn't even go in public, let alone talk to people in public. And this little girl who was, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe 12 years old, 13 years old, got up in front of 400-500 people and gave a speech.
Wow.
And 2 years before, she didn't want to leave the house. Yeah. And she attributed her progress to Victory Hill, which, how do you not support a group like that?
Right.
You basically changed someone's life infinitely. And so, again, this is what we're about here, man.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you having us out here. Is there anything else you want to mention before we get out of here today?
No, man, I do appreciate you guys taking interest in this and, showing us support, and you asking me to be on here is also rewarding. So thank you.
Well, thank you for what you're doing out here. I mean, because this is awesome. The fact that, it's here and it's out here in the middle of the country, and you got so many cool things going on that so many different people from different walks of life can all come out here and use this space and do something. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. If
so
you
kudos
been here.
Kudos to you for that.
Here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on this. It's amazing. And the video here isn't doing it much justice because there's a whole bunch of shit up here on the hill behind us. That's mainly for the kids. This is for the adults out here in front of us. This is where you party. This is where the good time happens. And then you just get to relax while your kids get to run all up here behind you and have a great time. So, Todd, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
If you guys want to be on the podcast, it's real simple. You send me an email. hvp.scotty@gmail.com and hvp.joey@gmail.com, and the Instagram.
The _HVP.
I'm on Instagram, so thanks for listening. See ya!
From the mountains to the river flow, stories only locals know. Living local in the Hudson Valley, this is the HVP.